Արա շանն ենք մոռացել։
Oh wait, we forgot the dog. Let me go get the dog. We can't do this without Khustup. Come on, Khustup. What kind of a gampar eats grass?
Իմ կյանքը սիշխոր բնականից դարել եմ լուսանկարչության հետ։
I didn't choose photography. As they say, it chose me. We photographers look for the beautiful, the interesting, the diverse. And in terms of diversity, I don't know any place in Armenia more diverse than Syunik, the Ghapan area. If there was, I'd be there. I photographed about 90 locations in Syunik, one of which was Mount Khustup. I had to find Mount Khustup's classic angle. For example, Mount Ararat's classic angle is from Khorvirap. In this case, I was able to find the angle for myself. It was from the roof of a Soviet-era building at Pskhu Khut. And after that, I started coming back to the same place over and over because there were many more things to photograph in that area. At some point, maybe a year later, I noticed that I was spending more time in that abandoned house than in Gyumri, and gradually I started relocating, bringing something each time I came, and I'm still bringing things now. It's been 7.5 years now that I've been living in Pskhu Khut, in Syunik's Vachagan village. If Khustup was a living organism, we're now near its artery, not at its head. It's dark around here now, so I'm being very careful about where the light is falling, especially paying attention to the colors. For example, there's a yellow leaf here where the light has fallen very nicely. I've taken a wide shot to show where the leaf is in the foreground. We should keep walking in this direction. Yes, this is where the trail begins, and it will take us to some beautiful places. I don't want to say too soon where we're going. I've always been curious about how everything works. Photography is a fantastic tool for studying the environment, and I study everything with it. It's always been the tool with which I don't feel alone. As someone who experiences deep emotions, I've always wanted to share them. But it's turned out that I'm almost always alone in the mountains. And so this has been the tool that's allowed me to share with people. That emotion of sharing is priceless. So photography for me is a tool for studying the world and sharing it. You don't feel alone with this camera. Khustup is a family member, not a friend. He's a member of the family. The area from which Mount Khustup is visible is, in my opinion, the most beautiful. Locals have named it Pskhu Khut. Different people have explained it to me in different ways. Pskhu means a fallen pit, and Khut is some kind of mountain. And Pskhu Khut has different stories. There were brothers there by the name of Yesai, and then after the Yesais came, the Soviet Union started. The Soviets took over everything, although the Yesais had fought to keep their area. Then the Soviets set up a beekeeping farm there and built this building for beekeeping. After the Soviet Union collapsed, the area was owned by someone like me, a local from Rapan. He kept a bear here. Then that man died, and this area was abandoned until I appeared. There were also barns in this area, where the movie Zori Miro was filmed. For me, nature is a place to live. This is where I live. People always ask me, where do you work? At the factory in Rapan? I say no, I don't work at a factory. My work is by commission. I do photography. But I'm here to live because I feel very good here. I feel at home. When you live in nature, the importance of your needs and priorities changes. Let me explain. When you know that your water source is not the Veolia company water, which you have to pay money for, but rain, which must be collected somehow, you start treating every drop carefully, understanding how to treat it. You understand that nature doesn't give you water for money. You start understanding the value of electricity, the value of hot water, the value of gas, the value of the internet. For us, the very first priority was insulation. We came here in the winter. It was cold. The first need was to close the windows and light the stove. The second need was to have water to drink and do laundry with.
Pskhu Khutupի գլխավոր երագը եղնի, դու իշխորը երագից ջուր խմես էլի։ Հատկապես որ ուրիշ խմելու ջուր չկա։ Մենակության հետ կապված
About loneliness. Do I feel lonely? Many think I live like Robinson Crusoe, a solitary life, where I found some person named Friday and was happy. But I've always been open to communication. Our doors have always been open, and this has led me to always having guests at home. And then sometimes, I want to be alone. Behind this mountain lives a man named Mazra. I'm not kidding. For over 30 years, that man has truly lived alone. Doesn't accept anyone. His beard reaches his knees, and his nails are this long. He was an educated man. I don't know the reason why he remained alone, but I'm not alone. I have guests every day from Rapan, from Vachagan, from different parts of Armenia, from different parts of the world.
տեղի բնակիչները
The locals have taught me many things. For example, they say, Hayk John, a child is a clean notebook. Whatever you write in it, that's what it becomes. An adult is a written book. Whatever you do, you can't change the lines in that book. Although we're all Armenian and speak Armenian, I've seen in them a slightly different kind of Armenian, an Armenian attached to nature. Yet I've also seen Armenians fighting for mining and higher wages. They are very different.
Bari luso askereva ataram derneva Borobats ver lusa sarabats lerteta Borobats ver lusa Ashkari shen vergudniner Utançelner Ashkari shen vergudniner Utançelner Ashkirta gevni take Agoskani erge Kandi gorter shuta barba Shanorkane berekinara Kandi gorter shuta barba Shanorkane
We're now at the spot which has the most beautiful view of Mount Khustup, which I call Mount Khustup's Khorvirap. This is where Tigran Hamasyan's concert took place last year, in 2024. On the very spot where I decided to build the first Gitatachar. Different people have helped me with this. For example, Artur Adamyan from Tavush helped with these boards. The bolts? Vladimir Iditkhanian from Akhal Kalaki. And the tractor too. Those are from him. This structure has two different sides, like a plus and a minus. One is its exterior part, the other is the interior. It's different from the inside. Here will be the world's best illustrated encyclopedias. When you say book to a person, they'll imagine something boring, full of words. That's not interesting to a child. They want pictures. There will always be music playing here, and it'll be connected to the meteorological station, so weather-appropriate music will always be playing based on the forecast for the next few hours. For example, if there's thunder and lightning, then Beethoven will play. Since childhood, I was always dissatisfied with the schools and universities where I studied. I believe that schools and universities in Armenia do not provide a proper education. And I've always thought to myself, what kind of school should there be to help a person? What characteristics should it have? Where should it be built? What kind of architecture should it have? What educational system should it use? I've had various thoughts about such a school for over a decade, and the idea turned into action last year when we realized that it's not a school, it's more like a seminary. But it's not a seminary either, it's more like a library. But it's not a library either, so what is it then? It was then that we understood that we are creating a sanctuary of knowledge. Well, what is a sanctuary? A temple. That's how we came to realize that we were building a temple. So we called it a Gitatachar, meaning knowledge temple, where knowledge is sacred. When you own a shop or a khingali restaurant, you make sure it's on a busy street so that many people come. Our goal is not to attract crowds. Our goal is to find the Victor Hamparsumians within society. It is the Victor Hamparsumians and the Komitases who will come to us. Because from here, Mount Khustup looks so majestic, beautiful, and impressive that I am absolutely sure coming here will spread like a virus. Even the very difficulty of getting here will attract more people.
What's
the deadline for building all this? I divide it into stages. To fully realize what I have in mind will take 3 years, but the issue is finances, and I am not a millionaire. I haven't plundered the country. It's impossible to finish this construction alone. The people need to take part and invest in it. At this stage, we have 407 triangles that must be covered with glass, and each glass triangle costs 15,500 drams, or about $40. I plan to organize a fundraiser in which the triangles will be named, and I intend to buy 2 triangles in my son's names. I know many people who are ready to contribute. The next stage will be acquiring the solar power station, and then a ventilation system. After that, we will come to the interior finishing, decorative work, corridors, and water. It is my duty before I die to have this area granted the status of a natural monument with official state documents. It's very important to me that this place always belongs to everyone. The most beautiful area overlooking Khustup cannot belong to just one person. Today, Khustup is in fact the most powerful mountain symbol of Armenia. People ask me, what if they come and take it from you? I will not let them take it from me. I will fight. It will be a struggle. While things are still peaceful in the region, I want to make it a monument through official paperwork. In this case, I can calmly say, whatever happens, I'm not leaving here. These are not just words, because there isn't pathos behind them, but the fact that I genuinely can't imagine a life where Khustup is only a memory. I can't. What kind of life would that be? Only remembering how good it was. I'll stay at home here then. What's so bad about this place? That responsibility, that awareness, is very clear. And I'm also sure that I'm not the only one who feels this way. If life turns out in such a way that we are condemned to stay here, or if it turns out that everything is already lost, I will feel so happy to live a life of struggle in these forests. It's exactly this awareness that Khustup has planted in me. When you ask me, aren't you tired? No, I've learned from it. Because I've learned, I've fallen into the fire. I cannot leave. When I just go down from the heights of Vachagan village toward Ghapan, I already want to go back right away, let alone to go north, to Vayatszor or Sevan. I love Armenia, but I want a home. I never thought that home could be the forests. I have no interest in traveling to Kamchatka, the Kuril Islands, Japan, or Kenya in Africa. Absolutely no interest. You can't imagine. I don't want to go anywhere at all. It's good here. I'm at home. The word home isn't even appreciated anymore. You can't measure it with some unit. I can only say one thing. Khustup has thrown me into the fire. This mountain has thrown me into the fire. It's such a beautiful mountain.
Սիրուն սարեն։